Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
I hate to see people suffering, and you've hurt long enough.
Stand by, Dr. Phil.
Both of you. Take
I'm going to get you the help that you need.
In 5, 4,
This is going to be a changing day in your life.
Go, Dr. Phil.
Matt says he is willing to take any test to prove his sanity because he's tired of people not taking his stalking claims seriously. Matt requested a mental evaluation, so I sent him to see Dr. Charles Sophy, a very noted and respected psychiatrist here in the Los Angeles area. Take a look.
Matt, thank you for coming.
Pleasure to have me here.
join
Thank you very
today.
much.
Do you think you need help?
I need help for what I've been through for the last 4 years. I'm being stalked and terrorized and harassed and cyberbullied.
Wow.
I would say I have 2,000 different evidences, and I would say that I'm only right about 70% of them.
You sleep okay?
I tend to rehash things in my mind so I don't forget them. One of the reasons I journal a lot and write things down is because as soon as I do that, I stop thinking about them.
And you have anxiety?
I don't.
But you're anxious.
I'm anxious for 4 years where I'm running. So if you think I can turn off the anxiousness, if I'm right and this is happening and you guys don't support me, you are giving satisfaction and achieving the goal that this organization wants, which is to terrorize me.
If we go through something and there's evidence and it's found to not really be, then you have to be open to the other option.
Okay, except for the fact that I'm also an attorney of 25 years. I don't know how old Dr. Phil is, but I have more experience as an attorney than you do as a psychiatrist, and it trumps you. My evidence overrides whatever psychological opinion you make of me. There is nothing wrong with me. I'm the sanest person you're ever going to meet.
Well, Dr. Charles Sophy is board certified in adult, child, and adolescent psychiatry, as well as family practice. He is a medical director for the County of Los Angeles Department of Child and Family Services. He's the author of Side by Side, the revolutionary mother-daughter program for conflict-free communication. And is one of the people in this profession that I have a great respect for. So please welcome Dr. Charles Sophy. Come on up. Sophy, good to see you. Good to see you. Take my chair, because I'm going to do some stuff over here in just a minute. So you think because you've been a lawyer longer than he's been a psychiatrist that you trump him, even though you're in his field. So I've been doing this longer than you've been doing that. So if I come to the courtroom, do I tell you to sit down? I'm going to take over here because I've been doing my job longer than you've been doing your job? That doesn't sound rational.
Not at all.
Take it back.
I take it back.
All right. Now, what was your conclusion?
I mean, it's obvious that you're not crazy. You are not psychotic. You're not walking around delusional and confused and hallucinating. You're highly, highly anxious. You have drugs on board. Not now, but you've had a history of them. You had damage to your brain. And then you have ideas of reference. Ideas of reference are things when you look at that light, that's just a light to me. But if I'm highly anxious or I am a little delusional or paranoid or suspicious, I'm going to think there's something in that light.
Can I add something here that is just food for thought?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, it's just food for thought. Because one of the things that you have to think about is something that we refer to as personality disorders. And these things are arranged in clusters, and a personality disorder is an enduring pattern of inner experience. So these are lasting things. They don't just come and go. And there are three in what's called cluster A. One of them is a paranoid personality disorder. Look at what they assign to it. Suspects without sufficient basis that others are exploiting, harming, or deceiving him or her, is preoccupied with unjustified doubts, is reluctant to confide in others because of unwarranted fear that the information might be used against them, reads hidden demeaning or threatening meaning into benign remarks or events. And if you go to schizotypal, for example, it's what Dr. Sophy was talking about, ideas of reference, odd beliefs, unusual perceptual experiences, suspiciousness or paranoid ideation, You know, it is an alternative explanation, right? I'm not saying it's the right explanation, but it would be one of the ones that if you were problem solving this, you would have to put it on the short list of considerations.
Yes, sir. It's an alternative explanation.
And the good news is these are things that can be treated where if this is contributing to your experience, you can be helped with that so it goes away. And if it's not, I mean, what have you lost? They're either, like you say, it's just a game, and you're giving them the power by reacting, or maybe it's not happening at all.
Can I make a trade?
Sure.
I will go through every single bit of therapy that you think I should explore if you would just open that one door to have all of my evidence inspected by the FBI.
Well, I can certainly make the referral to people who will listen.
Okay.
But I don't speak for the FBI. I can't tell you what they will do.
Okay. Then you'll have a deal.
How do you feel about coming here today?
I wish I never came here.
Why?
I'm afraid of you. How's that? I mean, I'm honestly afraid of you because I'm on national television, and what I want to say, I won't. And I have nothing but respect for you and nice things to say, but I just don't feel like you showed any of the other evidence. That's all. And I know you're going to say, well, you just can't show one piece. I told the producers before the show that I don't think this show should air in 10 days. I think this is something that you should do that would take 3 months of time. I have 1,784 pieces of evidence. I don't really feel like this person, as much as I respect you, ever saw the screenshots to explain how they got on my computer.
I'll make you a deal. How's that? I'll tell you what it is right after the break.
Okay.
Well, I'm back with Matt, and we've been talking about his perceptions of being harassed by a large organization, and he doesn't read something big intrigue into it. He just says he thinks it's kind of a game, like the Hunger Games, where they've targeted him and are having great sport at just harassing him and bothering him. And we've tried to tell the story here. He doesn't feel like we've covered everything that he would like us to cover. And he said, I told you producers, I don't think this show should air like tomorrow or in 10 days because I think it takes time to drill down on this. He has asked me to make a request to my contacts with the FBI, both active and retired, to look into this in a serious way, and I have agreed to do that. I've made that deal. Now I'll make you another deal. Okay. I will hold this show for 90 days if you will agree to spend that 90 days getting some help and see if it changes your perceptions.
You got a deal.
I am glad you came because I enjoyed meeting you.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thanks, everyone. So long.